Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to Liz Secret Kitchen. It's me, Liz. Welcome back. So today we're gonna make some kebab pizza. Excited! Let's get right into the video. So family, yes, we're gonna make some kebab pizza. So first thing first, we're gonna activate our yeast, and right here I've got my fresh yeast. So as the Italian would say, lievito di birra fresco. Oh, we learned one Italian word, didn't we? So I'm gonna add 1 liter of lukewarm water, and then I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of salt and half a tablespoon of sugar just to activate my fresh yeast. It's very good to use fresh yeast because it proves very quicker and it gives a fine taste to your dough, if you get what I mean. So I'll go ahead and add my cup of flour into my yeast, or my activated yeast. So as you can see, I gradually use my spatula to stir everything in, and then now I'm using my hands, and I'll go ahead and add the remaining of the flour in the dough. Okay, so I use 7 cups of flour in total, and I always like to make my dough a bit more lighter and soft because I'm gonna use a whole lot of, we're gonna dust it a lot when we work with our dough, and I don't want to work with a hard top dough. I like to have my dough very nice and soft. Okay, so now I'm adding some extra virgin olive oil to my dough, okay, just to make my dough very nice and fine so that it can stick to my bowl. And also I'm gonna put some on top of it just to grace the surface of my dough as well. And then I'm gonna cover this up and let it sit for an hour. But because it's fresh yeast, it proved almost like in a half an hour it already proved, but I left it for an hour anyway. So there we go, and I cover it up with some cloth as well, and then help it to proof quicker as well. So after an hour, our dough have cooked in massively. Okay, it was just piping out of the bowl. So there you go. So I went ahead and take my cling film off, and then I deflated my my dough. It was like a balloon, inflated balloon. So I went ahead and that's my surface where I'm gonna wet my dough with some flour. Okay, you're gonna need loads and loads and loads of flour when you are working your dough. That's why I make my dough very nice and soft, so that when I dust it, it doesn't get too hard for me and tough for me to work with. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and knead my dough. Okay, knead it as much as you can. Someone said, just show me what you're made of. Show me your muscles. You go ahead and work that dough. Okay, use that muscles and work that dough. So I'll wet that dough, and then I will just divide it into 7 balls or 7 pizzas. So I'll just mold it into balls. Okay, I'll cut each side and each part and mold it into a bowl, and then that's what I'm doing at the moment. After I finish molding it into a ball, I further dusted it, and then I cover it up with my cloth and let it sit for half an hour. So after an hour, you can see that my dough have proofed again. Okay, so this is the final stage. We're gonna work our pizza now. Okay, so I went ahead and used my roller to just roll out my rolling pin to roll out my dough, and then we don't end up there. We're gonna use our hands to work our dough as well. Okay, So here is the tricky part. I like to make two fists. So you make a fist with your hands, okay, and then put your dough in between your hands, okay, and then just throw it in between your hand, okay, and then stretch it along the way. So you just throw in your dough on your fist and also stretching it. So this is you just doing this so that you can stretch your dough as much as you can to a bigger size, okay. So if you are like kind of like a professional pizza maker, you're gonna just throw it in between your palm like that. But because we're not a professional, we're gonna use our fist to stretch our dough. And after I did that, I went ahead and used my pizza tray, okay, and I dusted that, and then I transfer my dough onto it. And then as you can see, I'm just simply pushing the dough against the edges of the pizza tray, okay, just to form like the edge or the crust of the pizza, okay. So once I'm done with that, I go ahead and pierce it with my fork, okay. And then with this kind of pizza, we don't need tomato sauce, but if you want tomato sauce, you can go ahead, because this is a different kind of pizza, okay. So this we do without a tomato sauce. So I go ahead and add my mozzarella cheese on my pizza, and then I went ahead and bake it for about 10-15 minutes. And then after 10-15 minutes, I'll come back and show you how it looks. So as part of this kebab pizza, we need some pizza sauce, okay. So for our pizza sauce, which is gonna be our topping as well, we're gonna use 500 mils of natural yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt as well, that is absolutely fine. And I'm using some buttermilk. I'm using 300 mils of buttermilk, and then I'll use some yellow mustard. I've used some lemon juice, and I'll also use some white wine vinegar, okay. I'll go ahead and add generous amount of these products, okay. You can just add it to your liking. If you want less lemon, just add less lemon juice. If you want more lemon, go ahead and add more lemon. I also went ahead and add a teaspoon of salt and black pepper, and I also add 3 teaspoons of honey, okay. You can add more if you like, you can add less, it's totally up to you, okay. It doesn't change the taste of the sauce. You always adjust this ingredients according to your taste and liking, okay. I went ahead and stir everything right here. So after stirring everything right in, this is how our sauce looks like, okay. Very nice and thin, okay. Now I'll go ahead and use some fresh chives. Oh, you know me and my chives, okay. We are like 5 and 6. I went ahead and finely trim some into my sauce, okay. If you don't like chives or you don't have fresh chives, you can use dry chives, or you can substitute chives with parsley, like fresh parsley or dry parsley. It's totally up to you, okay. It's absolutely fine, okay. And another ingredient for our topping is some cherry tomatoes and some shredded lettuce, okay. So this is gonna be part of our pizza topping. So after 15 minutes, here is our pizza. Just look at that, it looks so gorgeous. Woo! So now I'll go ahead and add my kebab meat on top of it. So if you want your pizza extra cheesy, you can add your kebab meat and then top it up with some extra mozzarella cheese. But I didn't want it that way because this way works fine for me, okay. So if you haven't watched my kebab meat pizza yet, I'm gonna leave the link down in the description box, and I'm also leave all the ingredients down below, okay, so that you can have a look. So I popped it back in the oven for about 5 minutes, not too much because I don't want my meat to be too dry. And then I went ahead to add my lettuce and my cherry tomatoes. Okay, so at this point, let's say if you wanted it extra cheesy, you could have put it on top of your meat and then put it back in the oven for 5 minutes or so. Okay, so there we go, family, we're almost there. So now I'll go ahead and add my pizza dressing, which we did earlier on. I'm just gonna put it on top of it, and then voila, our pizza is ready. This pizza is forget-me-not. Is that delicious? Okay, it's very simple, super easy, and it's healthy as well because you are eating your veg. Ooh, isn't that amazing? Okay, family, this is so good. I'm not even kidding right here. It's so good, family. You got to give it a try. This pizza, I told you, is called Forget Me Not. Just look at this beauty. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh, she is. She is indeed Forget Me Not. You got to give it a try, family. Thank you so much for sipping through with me and for watching this video. I'm very grateful. Thank you for your support and love, and then see you in my next video. Please try and let me know your comment down below. Please comment below, let me know if I smashed it or not. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye, lovely.